So hey guys, I am Ayush and you are watching Doting Tech. Apple's iPhone 13 range has been a big success and the company is undoubtedly optimistic about the selection for 2022. Apple anticipates great things from the premium Pro models, the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max, according to very reliable display analyst Ross Young via MacRumors. The breakdown in panel production for the upcoming iPhone 14 line was disclosed by Young to his super followers. The display that Apple shipped the most of from June to September is the 6.7-inch panel for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Young claims that 28% of the panels sent for the forthcoming series between June and September will be for the 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Pro Max. The same percentage projected for the panels to be used in the 6.1-inch iPhone 14 is expected for the panels for the 6.1-inch iPhone 14 Pro, which will account for 26% of shipments. The 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Max, according to Young, will ship the fewest panels, at 19%, but he believes that it will make up a lot of ground in September. There were rumors that Apple was running behind schedule when creating the iPhone 14 Max earlier this year. Ming-Chi Kuo, an analyst with TFI International, said at the time that consumers wouldn't have any trouble locating this model once it is available and that suppliers would work extra hard to keep up the pace. Any shortage of the iPhone 14 Max should be quickly alleviated. This is the model that is replacing the mini version of the iPhone due to weak sales and could find strong demand in the marketplace from those who want a large 6.7-inch display for their iPhone but don't want to pay the high price of the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which could start at $1,199 this year, although the base model could start with 256 GB of storage. The pricing of the iPhone 14 Pro Max would only be the same as the 256 GB iPhone 13 Pro Max, resulting in no price increase after all, if Apple did give the base Pro models 256 GB of storage. Apple is trying to subtly lead consumers toward the purchase of the more expensive iPhone 14 Pro models. In an effort to encourage more customers to purchase its more expensive phones, Apple is this year significantly separating the Pro and non-Pro versions. One of Apple's more contentious ambitions in this vein is to use the same 5nm A15 Bionic chip that powers the iPhone 13 line in the iPhone 14 and iPhone Max. The new 4nm A16 Bionic will be featured in both the high-end iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max. Additionally, the non-Pro variants are limited to the same notch, whereas the Pro models will have the eye cutouts on the display. The iPhone 14 will all feature 6 GB of RAM, but the Pro variants will have the newer, quicker LPDDR5 RAM rather than the LPDDR4X RAM that will be utilized on the less expensive phones. Additionally, compared to the better displays with 120Hz refresh rates that will be included on the iPhone 14 Pro models, the latter will have a less spectacular AMOLED display with a 60Hz refresh rate. The 48MP wide camera on the iPhone 14 Pro models will also be an upgrade from the 12MP wide camera on the non-Pro devices. Of course, the more expensive models also come with a telephoto camera, which is absent from the non-Pro models. On September 7th, the new iPhone 14 series will be unveiled, likely for the first time in front of a live audience since the iPhone 11 was released in 2019. As soon as September 16th, the new models might be made available, giving Apple an extra week to include more income from the new phones in the fourth quarter of its fiscal year. Which iPhone 14 model are you planning to buy? Let me know in the comments section. That said, like and subscribe if you enjoyed our video. I will see you in next one.